Hello, my humble hippos. This is Alex here. This is going to be my first video for my YouTube channel. And I'm sorry for the mediocre mic quality. I'm recording this on my iPhone since I don't have a real microphone, so it's not the best. This is a good story in my opinion, so leave a like if you enjoy and let's jump into it. So we gotta go back in time to where I was 4 years old and still living in my old house, where I was basically born into in a small town called Newark in California. We were actually going to celebrate my 5th birthday party at the house that day, but I was still 4 because I turned 5 like really late in the night, like 2 a.m. or something. I remember being really excited for my party, but I don't obviously remember too much because that was back a lot of years ago. So anyways, I was just vibing in my house in the living room, playing with my Thomas the Choo Choo Train toys and putting on the train tracks and stuff. And I think to this day we still have the same set that I was playing with when I was 4 in my house somewhere, but I don't know where because I haven't used it since then. So far I was having a good time just in my living room, playing with my toys. My TV was on. It was fun. It was a good time so far. But for some reason, I don't quite remember, I got super pissed off while playing with my toys. I honestly have no idea what made me so pissed off there, because I was just playing with my toys, having a good time, but I do remember getting angry over something, it's just I don't know what. I remember I was yelling about something, and since I was angry, I threw one of my toy trains at the wall across the hallway near the kitchen. And I mean, it was a good throw. It didn't make a dent in the wall or anything, because I was little, weak muscles, but it went pretty far, and it was loud too, like the sound of metal on the wall. It was pretty loud, so my mom heard it, and she was like really confused, like she was just in the kitchen making or working on my cake, I think. And then she just hears a bang on the wall, and she immediately knew what happened because she saw the toy train over there. So she was asking me, like, why'd I do that, And so I told her, but when she asked me to go pick it up, I refused. I remember I just bluntly refused to do that. And so at this time, my mom was getting a little bit annoyed. So she picked me up and was going to basically carry me over there to go get it. But what she didn't know was that the toy was closer to her feet than she thought she was, and since she was holding me in her arms and I was blocking her field of view directly below her, I guess she didn't see the toy train still there, and she tripped on it, and she dropped me, and she fell on top of me, if that wasn't bad enough already. So, a 30-something year adult falling on an almost 5-year-old kid, that's not going to end well, especially on a hardwood floor. So we were both pretty hurt by that. And so she took me into the kitchen, put me on the counter, and she called my father, who wasn't there at the time, but he was coming back soon, regardless of the situation. And she called 911, or the ambulance people, or whoever. And so they put me on a stretcher, I remember, into the ambulance. I don't remember going inside the ambulance, but I do remember coming out into this big hospital and into this room where they had a ton of lights pointed at me so they can perform the operation, which was basically stitches on my chin. My chin was basically cut open, the doctor said, and he had to put stitches in it to fix me, to basically heal me. And to this day, you can faintly see the stitches in my chin if you look close enough. I don't really remember the stitches actually going in my chin or anything like that. So they either put me to sleep or they just numbed me, and I can't remember because it was so long ago. But yeah, after that, after I came back home from the hospital, everything kind of died down. The craziness died down from there, and we had a good time. No, some of my cousins, my grandparents who lived close, and some of my playgroup buddies came over, and yeah, it was nice. The cake was good. But for the whole entire party, and when the adults were taking pictures of me and stuff, and my friends, I had to wear this huge bandage on my chin to cover up any more bleeding and the stitches and stuff. So it was a little embarrassing, but it wasn't that bad. It was still a good time. I just had a huge bandage on my chin throughout the whole thing. And in my memory box now, I still have pictures from my birthday party with that big thing on my chin still. So I guess the moral of the story is, don't throw things in your house. Things are usually meant to be thrown outside depending on what it is. And that's it for today's story time. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will be telling you more crazy stories of mine in the future, so stay tuned for that. See you guys.